Do you remember a time when you hit rock bottom? For me, it was 2019 when I was fired from a position, and the very next day, my brother ended his own life on Father's Day. Now, this is a difficult situation, and I'm sure you've all had some too. But it took me a while to get back on my feet, and I found some things out. Here's 10 things I've gone through to actually help me rise from the ashes, come up and redeem myself, and find joy, happiness, and satisfaction in everything I do. Coming from absolute nothing, I was able to start a real estate investment firm, and in the short time frame, we've invested in close to 500 rental units. So let's get into it, and the last 3 you're gonna wanna listen to. First off, when everything's crumbling, you gotta say no. You gotta stop doing stuff. And I'm not talking about hanging out with your family or going to work. You still have obligations and you still gotta follow through on those. But stop saying yes to new stuff. Don't add to your life. You wanna start taking an inventory of everything you're doing and get rid of it. Get it out of you. Create space. This is the first thing I did. So when I got fired from my position, I actually took a new staff position because I used to be a manager. I used to lead other people. So being in management for multiple years, it's only natural that someone's gonna look for a management position. I chose not to. I took a position that was just regular staff, show up 9 to 5, do the work, go home. I don't have to think about the job after work. I don't have to think about the job while I'm going to sleep. I don't have to think about the job when I'm on vacation. I took a job that was limited to time only, so I needed space to work on other things. Now this was really big for me because it allowed me to take time to think, to reflect, try to figure out who I was, what I wanted to do, where I wanted to be in the next 1 year, 5 years, 10 years. It's very critical for everything that happened to me. When everything's crumbling, you gotta understand your health is taking a toll too. It's not just mental, it's not just stress, it's physical as well. I was gaining weight. I was coughing up blood at that time. I wasn't eating right, I wasn't working out. I had a lot of issues. Taking the time to take care of your physical health first will allow you the time later on to actually start taking care of your mindset and your psychological health as well. You need to do it all at one time for you. That's what I did for me, and it actually benefited. I started working out. I started eating. I started going to sleep as early as I could. Priority is health. One thing I've noticed with a lot of older people, they spend more money trying to take care of their health because they can't add more time. So if you're younger like I am, then I spend more time taking care of my health, and then I take the business as a secondary or on equal par. One of the big things for me was actually getting more sleep. Naturally, I sleep 4 to 5 hours a night. That's just my natural sleep cycle. So trying to make sure I get 6, 7, possibly even 8 was very important for me because that allowed me to think better, to be in a better mood when I woke up. It gave me energy to get out of bed when I didn't want to, and that was very helpful. Now, one thing that people neglect and don't even think about is getting sun. I think sun's very important. Getting out for a walk, going to the beach, going hiking, going out for picnics, whatever it is, get some sun. You just feel better. You won't be as depressed. You won't be moody as much. Getting some sun helps you control your emotions to a certain degree, or actually elevate it so you just don't feel down in the dumps. It's really big, it's really important. You gotta work on your mindset also. I think one of the biggest things anyone could do is read. Learn new skills, learn new strategies, learn new thought processes. I've always been a reader, but some people may not like to read. So get an audiobook, listen to it, or watch a summary on YouTube. There's a lot of books now that are summaries, and you can watch them in like 10 to 15 minutes on YouTube. That's really cool. Definitely try to learn more, because reading is actually a skill set that exposes you to new ideas, new thoughts, and new environments, and new adventures, without you having to actually leave your environment. So take the opportunity to read, listen to it, and get out of your comfort zone. You can read in the privacy of your own house, your own bedroom. No one's gonna know about it. So just might as well do it. You can't be judged if people don't know about it. When everything's crumbling, you need to have one focus. Pick something to commit to, something you could be disciplined about, something that you could build your routine around. This will give you stability, it'll give you a sense of security. For me, it was reading and watching YouTubes, because that's all we could really do. When I had this breakdown in my life, it happened in mid-2019. So by 2020, when the shutdown happened, I was stuck at home by myself. So that's all I could do anyways. And it's something I like to do. So pick something that you enjoy, that you could commit to and go deep on and learn more about. This will give you structure in your life when everything else seems to fall to the wayside. When you're reading all this and you're taking care of your health, it's also important to check in with people that are important with you. Check in with your parents. Check in with your friends. Check in with those great relationships that were always supportive of you and always wants to see the best from you. Because those people were always around, so always be there for them as well too. When people want you around, you actually feel better. Always check in with your day ones, always. Now let's get to the 3 that really helped me the most. And the first one was to limit my drinking. I didn't totally quit it, but I did not drink as much as I typically used to. I didn't binge drink. Drinking is a downer, so it's gonna make you feel depressed when everything's going down and out. And then you lose control of your mind. Limiting your drinking allows you to take control of your mind and to control it, to control your moods, control your emotions. It's all very important if you want to get back to the top in terms of how you feel physically, mentally, psychologically. Drinking is a no-go. Now, it's okay to have a drink here and there, just don't do it as much. One that also helped me was like staying off of TV. No video games, no movies, no TV shows. And when I say no TV shows, no reality. No one cares about no Kardashians and all that BS. You don't want to see what other people's lives are. When you watch certain things, it's gonna make you feel jealous or have FOMO or envious. And it's a natural human trait to feel. I didn't do any of that. I just stayed focused on what I needed to take care of right in front of me. So try to avoid that or limit it as much as you can. Now, the biggest one that was most important to me to rise and redeem myself and build my business was actually get away from the haters. I'm used to maintaining a high level of execution and getting things done. So when I fell off my pedestal, a lot of people were happy about it. And it's cool. And I'm not tripping off of it. It is what it is. The more you climb up, the more haters you're gonna have. And it's true. But when you fall off, they're gonna be just as happy. So I didn't sweat it. I just got away from those people that were haters. But real talk, when it comes down to it, I already know they couldn't handle my level of personality or how much I could get done. Because if they did, they would have just been doing it rather than trying to focus on me. So get away from the haters because that's just gonna get in your head. It's gonna mess up all the growth that you're trying to do for yourself. Now, when it comes to turning your life around as quickly as possible, these are the things that helped me. They gave me structure. They gave me back time. They gave me back free will and independency. They allowed me to be proactive, be disciplined, make decisions for myself. And this is what helped me to build my business. And so I hope you enjoyed this and subscribe, y'all. So I hope y'all enjoyed this and subscribe if you want more.